Hello, beautiful souls. The luck of the Irish is upon us. March is all about the color green. This to me symbolizes plants, gardening, and growth. Green can also symbolize our material wealth, or in more general terms, our abundance. So what does green symbolize to you? In the U.S., we celebrate March 17th by wearing green, so we don't get pinched, of course. We may visit a pub and drink some beer, 1 or 2 or 5. Others cook their yearly special meal of corned beef and cabbage with au gratin potatoes, or like me, I really try to do all 3. So in Ireland, though, this marks the death of St. Patrick and is celebrated around the world as the story of how this individual suffered greatly in Roman-controlled Britain in about 390 AD. Being sold into slavery as a child to a Druid chieftain, he against huge adversities found his way back to a higher power, once being an atheist, eventually leading him to become a priest, and through his special gifts of channeling through dreams, visions, and astral projecting, he completely changed his stars by living by his divine intuition. Now, our question for Spirit in this series of messages celebrating this beautiful green holiday: where can we sprinkle a little fairy dust that we could use like this spontaneous explosion of growth in our lives to push us forward and help us jump a timeline? Where can we find the magic again? Hello, beautiful beings of light and love. Thanks for stopping by, Sunshine for the Soul, to fill your cup with just a little bit of sunshine today. If you're a new soul visiting, welcome. I'm Cyndi, and I'm excited to share this message with you today. If you clicked on this video, Spirit has a message for you, either from your higher self, source, your spirit guides, or someone in your life you may have a deep spiritual bond with. With love and gratitude, we are thanking our angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and divine source for these messages of divination. We are asking for your divine protection for me and all souls listening. With love in our hearts, let's tap into this energy. Welcome in returning Capricorns and new Capricorns. So happy you were able to stop by today. Now for your message, I put 13 pieces of paper folded up in a bowl. And for March, I am going to go with just the lucky draw. And I started off by pulling Capricorn to get the first reading for this series. How exciting for you, Capricorn. Now, Spirit, lead us to Capricorn's abundance. That's what we're looking for. Where's the green? And however you see that for you personally, Capricorn. I wanted to start all these readings with a Untethered Soul Oracle card by Michael A. Singer. I think his messages are deep and meaningful. And for you guys, we started off with, as you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, Spirit becomes your state. This is, all right, how can we best describe this? As you energetically raise your vibration and you remember who you are as a spiritual, energetic being, and that you're having an experience by occupying a human vessel, the more you realize that you are spirit incarnated in the flesh, the more you stay in that state of spirit, so that the physical aspects, the emotional and mental aspects of living in the third dimensional world don't jolt us as much. We can sit in that zero state of being in soul or living through our heart, not through our mind. I know that's kind of deep. I hope you understood that. If you didn't, hit me up in the comment section. So this is asking us, as we rise into these 4D and 5D frequencies that are now available to us, it's going to feel different. You're not going to be so much guided by external influences. You're going to be living your life through internal because you remembered who you are. You're here to co-create. You're not a victim of the world and the circumstances around you. I just saw 222. So we're learning to live in that state. We're learning to actually match our vibration to that frequency. It's there for everybody, but we ourselves have to match it. We have to release all the dense energy by doing our healing and our trauma and get out of karmic cycles so that we can sit in that higher frequency that's available to us. So very exciting for you, Capricorn, about the universe just reinforcing with this message. If you want the green, you're going to have to let go of how you functioned, how you saw the world before. You're an energetic being. We're learning how to manipulate, how to use, how to capitalize on energy now that we know we are energy. Just a little thing hidden from us, oopsie, we forgot to tell you that when you went down the school system. Let's not even go there. The institution that was set up specifically to keep you away from knowing that you were an energetic being and you had all these powers and abilities to co-create and manifest with source. That's not deliberate at all, is it? All right, enough about my rant. I am going to pull some cards for you, and we're going to do a quick 5-card Celtic spread, okay? And we're going to start off, what's the general energy here going towards your abundance? Where do you sit right now, Capricorn? To step into that green, to step into more abundance, however that resonates for you. I've pulled the first card in the Celtic spread is number 5, the Hierophant in the reverse. Now this is an energy, earth element, Taurus energy here, ruled by Venus. Now there's a couple different ways that we can take the Hierophant in the reverse. So I'm going to see if this applies to you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Are we listening to our higher selves? Not a higher authority in the 3D, but are we connected to source through our heart space? And are we allowing our intuition to guide our lives? So that's one general energy that we could be looking at for some of you. The next energy this could represent is a person maybe getting poor counsel from others. They may be deciding to go their own path and rejecting family values that have been imposed on them, or belief systems that they no longer resonate with. So this Hierophant in the reverse can be, somebody going against the norm of maybe their entire family's cultural beliefs or religious status, stepping out from how you were raised. That could be some of you. Another general energy here, if you're in a relationship and you're a Capricorn and you're listening, if this is about, maybe you feel like your relationship has become boring or stale and it's not resonating with you anymore. Maybe you're in separation. Maybe you are going through a divorce. We see 3 different scenarios here that can resonate, but either way, take this general energy and it's an acknowledgement maybe of where we are and that we need to listen to our intuition to kind of make these moves or these changes in our life. And as we step out, we want to be supported and we want to be guided in those decisions. So I like this general energy. It's just really giving us a look at, some different options here. So let's clarify that with a card and see, give us just a little more information about this general energy for you, Cap. My readings are for all signs, let's just say with an emphasis. But we're clarifying the Hierophant in the reverse with healing, self-care, introspection, meditation. Yeah, this is all about getting in touch with ourselves, remembering who we are as a spiritual being, taking the time to care for ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Right? Remember, Michael A. Singer said, as you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, spirit becomes your state. Then you live in better alignment and you sail through making decisions because they're backed by listening to your intuition. You're connected to source. You're on your path. That's some pretty awesome first energy to come out there, Capricorn. All right, let's look at the second energy for you. Your challenge or fear to go after this abundance, to step into this green, to step into this higher vibration, to be more aligned with your greatest and highest good. And we've got the 2 of Wands. All right, 2, number of choice. A decision is to be made. Fire element. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You're standing at the precipice. The globe, the world is in your hand. And now you're realizing, oh shit, I'm an energetic being. I co-create my universe. I can do and go and be anything I want to be. I can experience anything I want to experience. I'm no longer a victim being tossed about in the wind, not having control, thinking I'm like in the hand of a angry God. No, I am co-creating with Source. So now you have a choice to make. Once you awaken, get to this level of your spiritual evolution, you understand that you are holding the reins. Sorry to say, it isn't Jesus take the wheel. It is you are taking back the reins from this idea that you don't have control over your life, that you aren't the one creating every situation and experience that you have consciously. Our emotions and our thoughts are energy. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. You are constantly, actively creating. Deep concept, I know, but this is super exciting for you because now you're at a crossroads choice here, Capricorn. Which way you're going to go? Once you awaken, you can't go back to the old ways of doing things. It doesn't make sense. There's no abundance. There's no green because you know the truth about this now. You know where you have to go. You know what you have to do. You know what the universe has asked of you because now you recognize that I'm a spiritual, energetic being having a human experience. I co-create. I am manifesting this existence and everything around it actively. All right, the third energy we're looking at here is what are we leaving behind in the past? What blockage has been holding on to us that we needed to clear in order to step into this abundance? This is really super interesting because in this third energy, what are we releasing? What are we leaving behind in the past? We've got an energy of a King of Swords in the reverse. Now, the King of Swords is a very stand-up guy. He's very truthful. He lives in integrity. He lives honorably. What he says is what he means. Any bullshit in his life, anything that he doesn't resonate with, he quickly cuts out. He does make decisions from the mind, though. He's not so much heart space. He's more of a thinker, a strategizer. But he does have balance, okay? He's definitely a stand-up character. But in the reverse, this is the opposite. This is a divine masculine energy who can't speak a lick of truth. They're a total bullshitter. They don't stand in authenticity. Their word and their actions do not match. This is someone in a reversed energy, like their shadow side of just, not being a truthful person. And this could be not speaking their truth to others, but more importantly, this is about not being honest with yourself. If you're a dick, you're a dick. If you're a bitch, you're a bitch, right? Like, acknowledge that. Acknowledge your past of who you were. Maybe I was a manipulative idiot back in the day. Maybe, I got off on trying to control other people. Maybe all it was about me. All I had to do was, feed that ego, and sit in that stubbornness. Well, the universe is saying if you want to step into green, if you want to step into these higher frequencies, you have to raise your vibration. And that means the bare minimum, you have to start with being truthful and honest and live in integrity and be kind and compassionate and not be in this dark energy of, it's all in it for me. How can I feed my ego? And how can I manipulate my way through life? That's what we're leaving behind in the past. You're not going to raise into the 4D and 5D frequencies if that's the vibration that you're carrying. So sorry, go watch the movie Left Behind. That's what it means. Two men walking up a hill, one disappears, the other one standing still. Nobody's going anywhere physically, but if you are sitting in these lower vibrations and you're creating the 3D world of war and suffering and pain and lack, well, guess what? You're the co-creator of your reality. You're going to get exactly what it is you're manifesting. You're creating that. So your spiritual awakening is about realizing that every single thing we put out there, the law of attraction says we're going to get it back. You're going to magnetize back exactly what it is you create because you're a co-creator. You are that powerful that what you put out there, you get back. As above, so below. What you sow, you reap. However you want to take it. Understand this concept. that every word, every thought, every action you put out there, you are being that reciprocated back to you. If you are a dishonest individual and you bullshit and gaslight your way through every circumstance of your life, well, guess what? Your world is just going to be surrounded by all those people doing that same thing to you. You're going to be getting a little dose of your own medicine. You're creating that. You're enabling that. 13:33 on the clock. Okay, off the tangent. Number 4. What is just beginning? Whew, now that's what we want to know. We get out of these blockages, right? We start listening to our intuition. We make some choices, some better choices for our life. We get out of this shit energy of being narcissistic, where we're manipulating situations, people, places, and things to feed our own ego and get what we want out of situations. In the beginning, what starts happening now? Card number 8. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Start improving your skills. You start working on becoming self-aware and taking responsibility for your actions. Saying this is my mess and I'm going to clean it up does not mean you clean it up in all these other areas and you hold yourself at an admirable standard, but in some other area in your life, the whole thing falls to shit and you're still acting like a jackass. Like, I look at this as like when we're honing in on a skill, we have to remember that how we hold ourselves in business should be how we hold ourselves with our intimate relationships, which should be how we hold ourselves with people of the opposite sex, regardless of our wounding. We're looking at mother wounding, father wounding. That doesn't mean every woman or every man out there, you're going to impose that negative energy because of being done wrong in the past by a parent or by an old relationship. Becoming self-aware is taking the responsibility to do that healing so that we hold ourselves in integrity and at a high vibrational frequency in every area of our life. Every area, not just some where I'm a stand-up guy here, or I'm really great in my career here, as a feminine, but when I go into the dating scene, I'm a disaster, I'm codependent, I'm dismissive avoidant, or I have an attachment style because I'm so codependent. I haven't done my healing, but I rock it in the business world, right? So the universe is asking us to be more authentic. They're asking us to live by example, and we can only do that by better aligning, doing our healing, and then showing up in the 3D world, leading by example. It's one thing to shine your light and it's one thing to be a positive person, but if your life in certain areas doesn't represent that positivity and that light, then you're kind of wearing a mask. You're not being authentic, especially not to yourselves. Never mind other people. You're not showing up in a relationship how you authentically are and you're wearing a mask. Well, you're only hurting yourself. You're reflecting your wounds onto another person. So what's just beginning is that, you can work at overcoming these things. You can work at being a better person. You can work at, being more honest with yourself and with others, Quit the exaggerating, quit lying altogether. Like, if you're lying in any area of your life, that's a really good place to start. And maybe today it starts with, don't lie to yourself about who we've been in the past, and recognizing that and saying, oh man, I was not in good energy then, and just forgive yourself for that. You're a spiritual, energetic being having a human experience with an ego operating system. Give yourself a little break, for our past. I just saw 1717. Give yourself a break, you guys. And the last energy, what is your potential outcome here, Capricorn, to get to your abundance, to find your green? The 5 of Cups in the reverse. 5's about change. Cups is about emotions. And this is about not living in regret. Do you want to get to the end of your life? Do you want to get to the end of your incarnation and know that you did not live your life authentically? You wore masks. You hid. You didn't go after your desires. You kowtowed to other people telling you what to do, or you just went along with the group because you wanted to fit in. You didn't want to be ostracized, so you just said, well, even though I don't resonate with this, I'm going to keep hanging out with these same people, or I'm going to be doing these same things, and then wondering why your life isn't stepping into abundance and you feel like you're on the hamster wheel and you're spinning and you're going in circles. So let's go back. If this is resonating with you and you want this change, type 555 in the comment section. An energetic being we actively manifest by exchanging our energy. So by commenting or liking or subscribing, you're literally saying to the universe, I'm attaching to that timeline. I'm attaching to that energetic vibration so that I can raise up my frequency. I can align with these 4D and 5D frequencies. And Michael A. Singer says, as you let go and you willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, spirit becomes your state. It is a transition, but the more you practice doing this, the more you stay in that higher vibration, the more you align with what you're manifesting, and your abundance and your green is gonna come rolling in all areas of your life, your relationships, your health, how you perceive the world, your perceptions, how you see the future and what it is you want to manifest and how you want to grow and how you want to experience this existence. You are not a fly being tossed about in the wind. You have the opportunity to manifest and co-create the exact experience that you want. But it requires us to follow these steps and to go through this process of spiritually evolving and remembering who we are. You are the I am consciousness. You are God's source energy, a fragment incarnated into a vessel of flesh. You are here to experience life, spiritually grow through these experiences of duality and the choices you make. You have free will. You decide, do you want to live in the lower vibrations and you want to keep experiencing pain and suffering, or do you want to raise your vibration and align to these higher frequencies of unconditional love, kindness, compassion, understanding for every human soul that lives on this planet right now? We have a choice. That was your challenge or fear. Are you going to choose to walk a different path? Woohoo, Capricorn. Hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, subscribe. Don't lose me in YouTube world. Let's become friends. Like, comment, let me know that you resonated with this. I do sincerely appreciate your energetic exchanges. You guys, it helps the channel grow. You're awesome. And I'm sending light and love to you. Go have fun on St. Patrick's Day. Peace and love, everybody.